Jessica Kilmore, executive producer, Black Woman Rock, founder. Started in 2005 in Atlanta, Georgia. I was producing for the National Black Arts Festival. And I said, you know, I want to do a tribute to Betty Davis. I fell in love with Betty Davis because Amir from The Roots, when I was still in New York City, I remember him in the backstage of Wetlands coming up to me saying, you know, you smile with Betty Davis teeth. He said, who, the white actress lady? No, Betty Davis, the one that introduced Miles Davis to Jimi Hendrix and created jazz fusion. That one, that really important woman in musical history that they blow off a lot. I mean, not just the energy of Betty Davis, but some of her daughters who happen to be some of my friends. And I brought Imani Azari and Tamakali. I made friends with a wonderful singer named Stephanie Christian. I'm really trying to focus on, to me, the women, in particular for this year, we could fast forward to 2011, like Joy. These women have been all over the world. This show is a global show. We do stuff with some named artists. I do stuff with Nas. I perform with every big, you know, whatever, all of them, the big rapper names. None of that matters. And which I love about Kat Dyson, who has played for Prince and, you know, and plays with Sheila E. and works with Cyndi Lauper. You know, says that this music that I'm playing with these women this year in Detroit is just as important as me playing with Prince. It's about celebrating women's voices and telling our stories. All decided to put our diva hats off to the left, and being a true diva though is actually being a woman that works hard and shows up on time, and that's what these women are. We worked very hard, and it wasn't easy, but we created that Black Woman Rock Orchestra, and I put Kat Dyson and Norma Jean Bell, who were seasoned veterans, with, you know, a Cecilia Sharp, who was a young cello player and, you know, composes and directs for Urban Strings, and Emily, you know, who's amazing in her own right, but was just learning Betty Davis songs for the first time. Just to watch the meshing of these people and what they brought to the table, and how it became so beautiful when it came to game time. Because all the rehearsing and the frustration, the little moments we had, all that went out the window on Friday. You know, everybody was ready, and so I think this is the core of where I want to go with it. I want to show that how women can be this and communal with each other, because we have so much power. I want to bring women who can show young girls that you don't have to be on TV, you can have blonde weave down to your butt, or you don't have to. You can be yourself, you can have an afro, you can have cornrows, you can be 6 feet tall and brown, you can be chocolate with piercing, you can be yellow and skinny, whatever it is, we are the spectrum of what the African diaspora looks like and what the Native American diaspora looks like. You know, we are brown girls that play music and make art, and we've been doing it since the beginning of time.
That is Jessica Kilmore. Come on in here. She's in the room. Hey, Jessica.
You gotta let me in.
I'm letting you in. I'm trying.
Let me in.
I tell you.
Let me in. What up, bro?
Let me.
Listen, I know you're gonna show all that. I got all teary-eyed looking at that promo. That's an old promo too. I was like, that old logo. And,
you know what?
Shane Park. That was. You know what's funny about that? The funniest part of that video is that I say the wrong year, because I started Black Woman Rock in 2004, and I was so exhausted. My Christian Hill shot me. Our boy Christian shot me that was the Sunday after, where, you know, I'm tired. And I was like, 2005. I'm like, it was 2004. But it's still a good video, even though the year is wrong. So I'm so happy I made it here. Today has been absolutely out of control. But yeah, just shout out to you doing this work. I was just asking you earlier, like, you know, I hope that you're being taken care of as a DJ in this city, because artists, independent artists, poets, DJs, visual artists, you know, the ones who really make culture are really my friends that are really struggling, you know, to make a living right now. You know, even with unemployment and all that, it's not enough to pay, you know,
more than your basic needs. And so I've just been sending like lots of meditation and energy and prayer to these people with the money, not to us, because we don't need no prayers. Okay. I'm praying for the people with the money to give you and me and all of these artists that are keeping people energized and inspired a paycheck. I'm just saying, you look gorge. I have on glasses because I don't look gorge, but my glasses are.
uh, I many times I put on the sunglasses to try
Listen,
to help.
you
I
look great.
understand.
I love it. I'm really tired, but I'm okay. And I'm so glad I made it. I'm supposed to be doing something at the Decrinder Cut today, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna say that out loud. I just said it, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna go. If I get scared, I'm gonna. If I look like I'm scared and I'm leaving, y'all don't judge me. But if I don't feel safe, I'm out. So thank you for having me, Stacey Hotwaxx.
Thank you for being here, Jessica Care Moore. I tell you, your
Techno
life is
poet.
so rich. It's
Yeah.
so rich with knowledge and the things that you do.
Mm.
And I was going to prepare some things to ask you questions, but I know that you were just going to talk and it was just going to blur out anyway.
Yeah, come
And
on.
I enjoy working with you so much and watching what you do around the world and
Yeah.
bringing the consciousness of people together and provoking thought is just
Thank you.
infinite.
It's
It's
necessary.
infinite.
Yeah.
And you, as a poet, because we would call that your title,
Yeah. Techno
you're in
poet.
the business, you're in the music business too,
I
because how
am.
in
Look
the
at my.
world do you know all of these people that play
Woo!
so much music and doing this? You just cut something. Tell us about the Jeff Mills
I
project
got a
that you're
record
working.
with the wizard. Nobody can even say I can't
Tell,
even
talk
what
talk about that, because we did this music and this
the Crystal
women in
Cities
music, and she's a
alive.
poet. And how do you get to collab with Jeff Mills? We know as the Wizard,
Listen,
worldwide,
Jeff
major,
Mills. Oh
everything.
my
Let's
God,
talk about it.
Eddie. Me and Jeff Mills and Eddie Folks are
Speak up
group.
a little bit. Speak up.
Jeff Mills, and Eddie Folks. Can you hear me? I'll get closer. Me, Jeff Mills, and Eddie Folks came together and named ourselves the Beneficiaries, and it's an incredible collaboration with me and two of the pioneers. If y'all know anything about techno Detroit music around the world, Eddie Folks and Jeff Mills are pretty much household names. And Jeff was one of those people. And this is the Crystal Cities Alive. It's beautiful. Sabrina Nelson did the artwork. It's
Woo
gorgeous,
woo.
gorgeous. Two EPs inside. Um, yeah, I'm honored, to have made a record on this level with someone who I really really admired. Jeff was on my short list of producers that I absolutely want to collaborate with because I was always enamored by what he did around the world. That tech that
Yes.
that with techno.
Handed the keys to Paris. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and last time saw him, he was in France. We were in Paris together. He took me and my son to dinner. I was supposed to leave, and actually saw he was in town and was home, and so I stayed an extra night just so I could go to dinner with him and have my son King talk. And all I did was sit there and watch King and Jeff talk, and I was like, this is really interesting. So that's a whole nother conversation. But he's a true artist, right? Not stuck in a box, and so like Jeff doesn't have to work with me, like at all. And so the coming together was really beautiful. Where Zaina reached out and said, I think there's a producer that may want to work with you, and she was being so secretive about it that I was like, oh, I hope it's Jeff Mills, because I otherwise she'd have just been like, so and so wants to work with you, but because she wasn't like being outright telling me, and I was like, Zaina ain't telling me who the producer is.
You talking
Um,
about Zayna Spector?
Zaina Spectacles reached out to
Okay.
me.
See, I okay.
She helped make
See,
the connection for me
okay,
with
okay.
Jeff. So Jeff had found me on the internet and was like, "Yo," and he could work with anybody, And he initially the first thing we did together was actually I narrated and wrote for his NASA radio show. So that was our first collaboration. That was the first reason why we connected. He wanted to collaborate with an artist in the world, and he could pick any kind of artist. And he had never worked with a spoken word artist, is what he
Ah,
said. He's so
aha.
lovely. He's so fantastic. I love him and Yoko. I've gotten to know them really well now, um, and there's a mutual admiration. He was really much loved my voice, loved the blackness of my voice, and he wanted to make a record. I don't know. We didn't know what we wanted to make. We did the NASA piece. I wrote some narrative, some beautiful narrative for his NASA radio show. That was awesome. And then he was like, I think we should take it a step further. And Jeff really pushed for the LP. He's like, let's make a record together. And he wanted to show the power of collaboration, something that Stacey, I know you know about, right? Because you're a house music legend, super overly humble, but super house legend, music legend that I've known since I was young. Before you knew who I was, I knew who you were. And and came on to Black on my Rock and me like doing this rock and roll music with these rock and roll women, which is like, that's a whole different lane.
It-
But you got to be open as an
you
artist.
woke it up in me. I forgot that I came from that. And I had started thinking back and like, wait a minute. And that's one of the things that I just love about you. And I know that you're well loved, but I'm talking about for you to be able to see that inside me. How you know?
Because I know, I mean,
Just because we went to Cody, how you know?
look, shout out to Frank Cody High School. Look at these great women y'all created. You know what I'm saying? Making changes in the world. Yeah, and so I mean that like, and so we got that, and we're gonna release the song, my vinyl Salt. That's songs inspired by Salt City, my techno choreo
Yeah,
poem.
yep. The techno. I was going to talk about that or bring that
Yeah,
up.
and so and I love how you put techno poet on the flyer because I don't know how to describe myself a lot because I do work with so many different forms of music, but techno I have an affinity for, and house music I of course came up dancing to all of that. But
Yes.
techno in particular is interesting for me because when I moved to New York, everyone we talked about music,
You
people
hip hop.
well not only that people thought that techno wasn't a black music. They
Uh
didn't,
huh. Uh
and I'm
huh.
like, what are you talking about? I was like, y'all ain't, what about Underground Resistance? I said, those are brothers. I was like, that's Mike Banks. That's Mad Mike Banks. And so I
Black
knew
to techno was created because of to
of
make
that
that
music,
mess,
right?
which we
Yes.
showed that yesterday, and
Did
maybe we'll
you?
get a chance to show that again during this conference. Yeah, we showed the Black to techno, which you're in.
Yes. I mean, you're doing the manifesto for who you are. And, and so like, I, as a young girl, was enamored and followed Underground Resistance as an independent Black artist. Even when I started More Black Press, like some of my groundedness with becoming an institution builder was because of the work what Mike Banks was doing, what Submerge was doing. I was inspired, and I was in Brooklyn, but I had come from that. Like I knew what that was, to be okay with not being mainstream, right? Just
Yeah.
to owning what you do and being connected to like a history and a movement. And so I'm honored that like even that techno book that came out, 313 Detroit, that you're in and I'm
Yeah.
in, and all these legendary techno and house musicians are in, that somehow I'm a poet that cut through all of that. We've got an incredible record called Freedom that will come out. I'm working on the vinyl Salt, which is, a techno. I wrote a techno choreo poem, which is
A song called Freedom. What? What's with that?
that's our song. She produced Freedom. Stacey Hotwaxx produced that track. It's called Freedom. It's going to be released as a single on the Salt vinyl. That if y'all would just give me a couple coins, everyone who's listening, my cash app is Black on my Rock because I need to get these records and books out,
you,
y'all.
you
You know
know?
what I'm saying? I got things to do.
Speaking of donations, we are taking donations on the Spinning Detroit website. We're doing all this. We're doing this because we're nonprofits. Spinning is a nonprofit. And so, no, we don't have any money. So, if you would, please, everyone listening, use the cash apps that we have. Black Women Rock, we need this.
Yeah. Come on, we
Spinning
need
Detroit, we need this.
invest in Black artists, invest in institution builders because we give back, right? When you invest
Yes,
in us, then you get something back. It's not a blind investment where you don't see no return on your money.
that's
You,
correct.
you see creation and creatives who actually keep everybody moving. That's the only thing during this pandemic that has kept me alive is music and art and books.
Yep.
Nothing. And my son, right? I've been
Oh,
going
yeah.
to, down to Yellow Springs, Ohio, to hang out with Dave Chappelle and Talib Kweli, my artist community. I actually was a poet on the comedy scene. People don't always know that, but that's me. I was doing the open mics. That's why I know Dave Chappelle. That's why I know Donnell Rawlins and Dean Edwards and countless other comedians that came up
There
in
had
the
to be a
90s.
scream in that room laughing.
I was in there doing them. I mean, because I felt like a microphone and an audience. I was like, yeah, I could do that. That's why I did the Apollo. Stacey, listen, when you're from Detroit, you can go anywhere. You can hit any stage. I don't care if there was a Philharmonic behind me. I could kick a poem over that. You know what I mean? Oh, a comedy audience. It's a microphone and some people. I could do a poem for them.
we, we,
I
we,
just
we
and
know
so,
this.
yeah, come on now. So in rock and roll was like, I was in the Black Rock scene in Detroit with, doing cool. I was in a group called Medusa Oblongata with Greg Tate.
Say that again. Magoose, say it again.
Medusa Oblongata.
Okay, I like that.
It was so many of us in that group. I can't even name all the people in the group. I think LaFrey played for us at one time. Imani Azuri was a part of that group. And so
I
when
love
I thought,
Amani.
yeah, Imani, I miss her. I wonder when Detroit opens up, when the world opens up, and we're able to do, because we were supposed to headline. People don't know that African World Festival this year.
Yeah.
So we were coming to kill that riverfront, and God willing, we'll be back in 2021 strong, and I'll be able to bring. So I want to bring that. I want to bring Imani's on the list. I had the lineup all ready to go, but I brought Imani Azuri and Divinity Rocks and Tim Kali. I did the first show, and it's not much different except that now it's all women. I brought all their bands.
Okay.
Everybody plays with all these dudes. And so it was
Yeah.
actually me and
Yeah.
Juanita Moore from the Charles H. Wright Museum who just said, you know what, maybe we should, if we can make this more cost effective, if we just had one orchestra of all Black women. And that's where you came in and where the rest of the crew came in. And so I miss y'all so much.
I
And
miss you too. I mean, hey, Kat Dyson's in the house. You want to let Kat, because she's coming up next. So you can, holler at her like,
I will.
because you just, it's
Except that
just
I got another gig right after I
a
have
lot of
two more
love
gigs.
here.
Ow! Listen, I didn't look. I gotta go change. Yeah,
Hey,
Hey, hey.
I got
I'm
a
telling.
hat and I got a hat and some
You know
badillas
what?
and some bangers. What? I got some bangers and a hat. Come on, Cat Dyson. You
How
better.
are you?
Where's your beautiful backdrop? Where are you acting like you
You
at?
know, I am looking at this picture every day of my life. It's actually on a golf course in Palos Verdes that was originally Indian.
This
That's where that's where I'm gonna live. That's where we're gonna play.
Oh,
I'm putting it in the atmosphere.
hey, there we go.
That's right.
I'm changing mine. There we go. That's what Black women rock be looking like. I miss.
That's what Black women
Yes.
rock look like.
That's an old one. That's an oldie. But
Um,
it's one of my
Is that your
favorites.
baby talking?
yeah, he's barking because somebody's at the door without a key. And I'm doing a webinar.
Hey, listen, you know, we, oh, look at this. Um, we are so honored here at Spinning and Detroit Electronic Music Conference. The fact that you
Got this record with Jeff Mills.
that,
Everybody.
you're giving us your time to be able to show, and I am a blessed woman to know you,
Oh,
to have you
oh, you so
in
we
in
love
my
you,
life,
Stacey Hotwaxx.
As
Listen,
well as
and to
I. As well as
recognize,
I, Jessica.
hey, bosses recognize bosses. Could you say
come
that?
on, it's a bossy ass lineup, right? There's
She-
these three
right.
women on my computer screen. I'm like, I need to take a picture of us because a
So,
whole lot of.
somebody need to screenshot this. Hey, there you go. I could do that to see. Daryl taught me how to screenshot. I think. Let's see how I do that. I don't know, but he did it. I have a heck of a team that's working with us. Just spinning.
I got it.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing the online thing, and I mean, I don't know, Kat, if you heard me talking about it, about like how artists have been. I mean, I've been overly used this entire pandemic. I've been giving, I've been used up, and I've been giving, and I'm taking August off. I've said yes to like a workshop, and I don't know, I've turned down everything else until the fall because I have to
Well,
give something back to myself.
I think that the, the powers that be and the corporate people who are monetizing us, regardless of us being monetized ourselves, they
Right.
know that our desire to give and create is so
Right.
strong
Yep.
that they don't think that they can, you know, uh, uh, almost, like defund us. You know what I mean? And defund what we do for
Right.
a living
Right.
because they feel like anybody can do it. Well, not anybody can do it.
Now, when I start
If
saying no,
they
they're gonna
stop
feel it.
saying no,
Yeah.
they're gonna reach it.
I'm
Mhm.
done. Like, and the only people that I'm talking to are a couple corporate entities, um, nonprofits that are gonna pay me something to write something for them. But it's not like the work I'm excited about. You know what I'm saying? And I had to keep going because my book came out. We Want Our Bodies Back for Sandra Bland came out, and I couldn't sit and let that go quiet. I couldn't let that book not sell because that book.
I got my copy.
Yeah, thank you.
That
I mean,
was haunting you. I'm like, hello, where's?
we want our bodies back, right? I mean, it was devastating for me. I mean, all my money from most of my money, I make most of my money in March and April. That gets me to the fall. And so
Yeah.
that's basically like 70% of my income got wiped out. And I watched it in 1 week of emails, everything get canceled. And I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting.
I signed a 2-year contract in January that was due to start in March, and it is
Listen,
decimated until next April.
isn't it, and so,
But you know what? We talk about what we lost, but let's look at what we've gained.
oh yeah.
Okay.
I've had a
And
book release and a record come out.
oh
during
well,
the
hey,
pandemic.
hey, that's the
Like,
thing. Hey, I've created a virtual platform. I didn't create Zoom, but however, I kind of saw in the future a little bit even before the pandemic,
right.
and I started to come together to do something virtually and make sure like the sound. That's what our team we came in to get the sound right.
Okay.
Hence is why not only am I moderating this
Engineering.
Women's Day panel, which I've done. This is our fourth or fifth year.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm not sure. Um,
I'm putting on my.
not only moderating this, because usually we do it prior to movement,
Yep.
and we do it well, because sometimes it would collide with our camp for the Black Women Rock. Remember,
Yep. Yep.
and so Kat and I crazy enough, we try to do it all. Listen, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna run over there. She'll come in. She's gonna teach the kids how to play the guitar, and then run up the
Exactly.
stage. And then I run over trying to do the festival. Because we are
And it
good
was
crazy like that.
fantastic. It was fantastic.
We believe in what we do, and we believe in giving back, and we believe in paying it forward, and we believe in teaching our children, the youth, and we believe in giving, especially our young Black girls,
Mm,
hope and a
that's
vision.
right.
And
That's
so
right.
now the bar has been raised
I just
because
want
we
to
have to
also
give them
thank
not only that,
Cat
but in a
Dyson.
different way. And so we're all the same right at this point. And that's why, again, I'm honored to know you. I know that your time is about up, Jessica. I don't want to keep you because you have
Okay.
another.
But I want to, yeah, but I also want to thank you and Kat in particular because when I did the Black Women Rock camp and we did it at Dime, and I think that's when your relationship with Dime might have started, Stacey. I'm not sure because you said,
Yeah, yeah. Well, we actually started Girls Rock Detroit. All
well,
kids.
they were, yeah, Girls Rock
I
Detroit
got
was, I
about
think
10 DJs that are
they
DJing
were,
out from
Girls,
that. That's
I
right.
think
So
Girls
Kat
Rock
was over in the
Detroit
room
was,
teaching the guitar
yeah,
for
they were
Black
Girls
Women
Rock
Rock, and I
Detroit,
was over
yeah.
another teaching DJing. Yeah, all that came
Girls
together.
Rock
It,
Detroit
it
was
was
happening at the
crazy.
same time. But yeah, but the Black Women Rock camp, when we had those three, Kat came and did a master class and talk, which was,
Yes.
amazing. No, it was amazing. So, and we never had any funding. Like I did that shit with no money, with other my sister friends in corporate saying, "I'll help you pay for the food for the girls," and all the like you and Emily and Alina and Lauren Johnson and Aisha, they all came through for free, man. So I'm working on trying to find a grant so that we could do that camp again with some funding. Because
Absolutely.
yeah, we need black girls with guitars. Because
Well,
see, Black women rock ain't a statement. It's no cute shit. It's like it's keeping Black women rock and roll, rock and funk artists
hey,
working, and then
Mm-hmm.
and then nurturing the next generation of Black rockers so that they understand who they are. That it's
there,
coming
and
from
th-
them.
there's a coalition that I've been calling you about, just that we're now forming and putting together as a Black
I'm a
musician.
part of it. I'm a part of it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
But
on my way.
going forward, we are holding a lot of the companies whose instruments we play accountable to not just put out statements about
Come on now.
Black Lives Matter, but
Yeah,
we got your instruments in our hands.
run them.
Now, what are you doing with your corporate dollars? Are you, you know,
We need music
are you
programs in the
giving?
schools.
And I wanted to
Yes.
talk to you about King School. Do they need
First school of the
do they
arts.
need equipment? Do they need
Hell
drums?
yes.
Because we're talking to these companies, so you and I need to have that further conversation.
King
So
School might need them, but there may be other schools that need it more. So let me
yeah,
let me do the research and see who
I
does
mean,
it.
I've
Detroit
been
School
trying
of
to
Arts,
but you were with Dave Chappelle. I couldn't get
it has nothing to do with Dave. Whatever, it has everything to do with my crazy life. But I promise you, this next couple of days is crazy. But I'm good. Like the weekend, I'm not. My weekend is looking good. So let's or just call me late night because it's travel time for you.
So just a flashback. I remember after doing that camp,
Mm,
for the Black Women Rock camp. And
yes.
so up in there and working and doing, and I'd had to take off and run and go to Belle Isle to play Charivari. That's the
Yep.
craziness. This is like,
ooh.
okay, I'll finish. Okay, now get it. I
I
would
like
beg them. I said,
Sharivari
please
about.
don't put me on Saturday. Please don't schedule me for Saturday because I have to finish this camp. Please don't do it. And what they do on Saturday,
Saturday.
every single time. Well, you didn't tell me again.
Everybody needs you.
Yeah.
This,
And I say to
you just,
everybody who's listening, to if you haven't gone to blackwomanrock.com, it's the website. Please check it out. And follow Black Women Rock U with the letter U on Instagram. I'm not great at keeping up with it, but I do my best. And you can find me on Instagram too, under Jessica Care Moore. And we're not done yet. The world is not over. Black Women Rock is still happening. My record, The Crystal City is Alive, is a techno poetry record that just came out on Friday with Jeff Mills and Eddie Folks. I'm so honored. And Stacey, I can't wait for our record to come out. It's gonna go down. And also got John Dixon on that record, Salt. And
John Dixon will be probably, I think, day 3 or 4
I
appearing
love
here at
John Dixon.
the DMAC. Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
other
Yeah.
people, like you mentioned, is
Well, he wrote my album, Black Tea, The Legend of Jason
oh
James.
yeah.
I
Hey,
mean, that's
hey, wait a
awesome.
minute.
Yeah, he wrote that.
It's over there. Wait.
Is it? Yeah, John, shout out to John Dixon, man. That collaboration was pretty phenomenal for me. Kat, we have to still record together.
I know. Well, secretly, Divinity and I are
Yeah.
making a fiendish plan to collab with you and Ursula.
Oh,
Things you get
let's
to do
well,
at home.
don't let's just do it.
some
Me,
guitars,
me and Ursula Rucker and Divinity Rocks. Yo, yeah, we can kind of see
some
the record.
get
It's just
some
scary.
guitars and poetry kind of thing.
Let's go. Okay, let's go. That's all we
You
need.
know,
All me and Ursula need is the
we're
send us the
we're
music.
we're
That's
putting some
beautiful.
stuff together, and then when we get it
Black
packaged
tea.
up, we're gonna
Yes.
send it to you and see what you think.
Oh, it ain't nothing. I mean, me and Divinity been wanting to record forever together. So
So
Oh,
once
me
again, tell
too.
the people how to get in touch with you, Jessica.
I'm on Instagram at Jessica Care Moore, my name, and then jessicacaremore.com is my website. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on all them things. I'm on Instagram more than anything because
You
I
have
like.
so many YouTubes. But that particular one that I
I'm on.
played,
I got.
that's
Black,
the one that I wanted. You know, it's
I only have
just
one YouTube channel, and I think it's called Black on Rock, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. But I'm saying to
Um,
Jessica Care Moore, when you search, it's like pages and pages and pages.
oh, that's just me. I can't. Sorry, I ain't put that stuff up.
Thank
Nah, I didn't do that. But
You got
Kat,
That's
I miss you. I miss
I
you.
miss you
Stacey,
guys. Miss
you so
Detroit.
much.
Oh God, I miss Detroit so much.
we come. You, as soon as this shit is popping, we coming. I'm bringing all of y'all back, and
All
I
right.
am working on trying to get some funding so that we can pay everybody better. I'm talking to a couple arts organizations so I can get some funding so everybody can get a better paycheck, which is what we need to. Let alone a rap buzz. And you know what kills me is that I know if I was a white girl promoting like what's the sister that did Lilith Fair? What's the actress?
I know you're talking about that. I know
Yeah, her. I think Tracy Chapman was the only sister on that whole show. Like, and
Mhm.
she got mad support. Like, so I'm like, to these corporate sponsors, like Black Women Rock
Well,
needs
they're
a
listening a
national
little bit better
tour.
because
They
of
need a
this. That's what
rap
I mean by
bus.
things have changed, and they're listening a little better. And we'll talk again after this because I know someone that's tapped into some numbers from those that want to
Great.
do right by all the wrong that has been done over the
Fantastic.
years.
We need a rap bus and a tour.
And we have
No,
it.
we need a
So
poetry bus.
Yeah, whatever. You know what
well,
I'm saying? But I'm just saying, poetry buzz. But we need some funding so that we can
I,
go into these cities and rock these people's worlds up, and then change some girls' lives. And it's such an empowering weekend, as y'all know. It's and I just want to take care of the artists better, and I want to get this movement around the country. And so, yeah, these corporate people need to step up and step into it. So, I love y'all.
it's
I
gonna
do gotta
happen.
go. I got another thing and another.
Thank you. Thank you
Love
so
you
much
so
for
much.
your time. Y'all
I love
give it
y'all.
up, y'all. Jessica Care Moore.
You can love Detroit,
Yay.
baby. Black on my rock
Yes.
all day.
All day.
Day.
Detroit.